I know what both of my co-hosts want to talk about. There's only one news story. It happened yesterday, but I know the news story. I know these gentlemen so well. I know the news story they want to talk about. And that's, Felix, how would you describe this news story?
The liberal driller. Dude fucked around and ran into liberal K Flock. She went to liberal V-Roy. I said, sorry, I smoked your man. Left him on the curb. She said, fuck that chud. He's from village's suburb.
This is.
I took her to the DNC.
This comes courtesy of the great state of Florida. This is a just headline here. John Kozwanski killed in Tallahassee road rage incident. John Kozwanski was arrested for a separate road rage incident at the same intersection in 2014. It says here, John Kozwanski, the legislative affairs director for the State Board of Administration, was killed in a shootout triggered by a road rage incident in North Tallahassee. The Leon County Sheriff's Office took one person into custody after the January 6th incident. However, that person has since been released and no charges have been filed, according to an LCSO news release.
Oh my God, he's like 22G's talking about paying his lawyers so he can beat a body. This is like, okay, this guy, like, he drilled him. He got into a gunfight and just fucking clicked him up, didn't get wounded. And the police were like, all right, you can...
Fair is fair. I mean, this is Florida.
Yeah.
The guy and the dude, the GOP former like chief of staff for a state senator who got killed, he got off the first shot too.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to other reports, he had a gun with a laser sight too.
You put the beam on him, and it missed.
Put the beam on him and missed.
Do we know what kind of gun the liberal driller had?
I don't know. I'm just going to keep reading here. This is at floridapolitics.com. It says here, the office issued an initial statement reporting a fatal shooting that occurred last Thursday shortly after 5 p.m. near the intersection at Bannerman Road and Thomasville Road following an altercation between two drivers. Thursday's release confirmed that Kozwanski was killed in the incident. The investigation into what occurred is still ongoing. There are conflicting reports about what happened, though it appears events escalated to fatal violence following a traffic incident. Sources familiar with details of the investigation told Florida Politics that Kozwanski caused the auto accident that began the chain of events and that he began the shootout that led to his own death. The sources said the incident began after Kozwanski's BMW drifted out of its lane while heading north on Thomasville Road. That's when the BMW hit a white Prius. Both cars pulled into a parking lot. The driver of the Prius confronted Kozwanski about hitting him, the sources said. The Prius driver then returned to his car to wait for law enforcement's arrival after confronting Kozwanski. That is when, according to Florida Politics sources, Kozwanski rammed his BMW into the Prius on the driver's door and began pushing the car sideways in the parking lot. Kozwanski then shot a gun at the white Prius, according to the sources. The Prius driver drew a gun and fired back into the windshield of Kozwanski's BMW. Kozwanski was hit and killed, according to the sources.
One shot, one kill. God damn. Wing split by a Prius driver. Getting killed, the guy who got killed by a Prius driver, not going to Valhalla. I think we can agree. Zero chance. So this guy, the Denver dude who got killed by the lady cop, everybody who bitched out and asked for the vaccine before they died of COVID, none of them are going to Valhalla. They will instead be spending eternity at a Lil Nas X concert.
Yeah, they're going to a socially distanced Lil Nas X concert that lasts forever, where you have to wear 2 KN95s and ask a health safety officer if you can drink water.
Yep.
And the water, the water is that water you buy at Starbucks that's like, this water actually benefits Africa.
It's one of those, it's like in a box. It's not in a plastic bottle.
Yeah, you have to drink that bullshit. I like, so this guy, he landed a headshot. He's like clean. Like he's no hospital gang. Turn those sirens off. He's DOA. This guy, oh my God. Fuck Nikki Fried. Fuck Charlie Christ is King. This is the guy to run against DeSantis, the liberal driller.
Oh, absolutely.
He's awesome. he rammed the car and was like
on the driver's side and is like pushing the car, like there's a car ramming into you on the driver's side, pushing your car, and then he's got a laser sighted gun firing shots into your car, and then you just in one smooth motion, just pull it out from the center console, bow through the windshield, just splitting this guy's melon in one, just without even exhaling. Just that's fucking American Sniper right there.
Oh my God, HK Headshot King. This guy's like had to have done this before. If he's like that cold, if he's like, all right, I'll go into the parking lot with you. And like, I know you're probably, I can tell from your stupid bumper stickers, I can tell from your Let's Go Brandon that you're carrying, this is Florida. But I'm confident enough that I am just going to like, you are going straight to the morgue. This guy, he's done this before. I think that at least several hundred COVID deaths, quote unquote COVID deaths in Florida, were actually this guy's crew just blicking down Let's Go Brandon's in traffic.
And you know what though? Like, this is Florida, and like, you know, as long as the other party starts it, or conceivably can be argued that they started it or looked at you the wrong way, then again, didn't even get put in handcuffs, didn't even get interviewed by the cops. They're like, fair enough. Yep. Kozwanski, he will not be among the honored dead in Stavokor, because, you know, he like driving a BMW, and I think it's like people have pointed this out. It's been proven that BMWs cause more road rage incidents than any other car because of the assholes who drive them. And this was a Prius, and he was just like, you know, revving up that German engine, slamming it into the driver's side. He's just like, fuck this pussy, I can't believe he's doing it. And they just pop, pop, pop. And though, listen how professional this is. The driver of the Prius then exited their vehicle on the passenger side and took cover, not knowing if Kozwanski was about to fire back.
He's done it before. This guy is like, who knows how many bodies he has? We don't know this man's name, but this is the guy who can beat DeSantis. If he gets up there and he's like, I'm smoking Herman Cain, I'm smoking Kozwanski. How many electoral votes did Joe Biden get again?
Enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
320, something like that?
Yeah, he'll say like 320 dead ops. And that, like, he's going to win. He destroyed DeSantis. Because, like, DeSantis is never like, yeah, you can argue that he's killed people, but he's never like walked up on someone like this. He's never just one
and that's going to be the
kill.
next. That's the next like. That's the next raise. Is that like we're all cavalier about death, and we have all embraced that politics now is about reveling in the suffering of your enemies. And if that's the case, then the more direct responsibility you have for murking a motherfucker, the more cool and powerful you are.
Yeah, and some could say that's bad, but this guy is cool. I'm sorry, like this guy was like sitting at a stoplight, like retweeting Jeff Tiedrick, and then within not even 5 minutes later, he has another body. And probably the second he left the police station, the second they were like, "Oh yeah, you're like not at fault," he's like, "Oh, when's Randy Rainbow coming to town?" This guy's awesome.
It goes on, though. It said, however, Kozwanski's wife, Rebecca Kozwanski, said in a Twitter thread that her husband was a victim while confirming he lost his life. Mm-hmm. She claimed that he was trapped and assassinated and was trying to escape the person shooting at him. Those comments were made on a thread posted by Florida politics publisher Peter Schnorrish, announcing Kozwanski's death. He was on his way home early to pick us up for a farewell dinner for our daughter, she wrote. He called to say that he was on his way to beat traffic. He was excited for dinner and to see us. He told us he loved us, and then he never came.
Yeah, now he's having dinner with Herman Cain. He stood you up.
He was 2 weeks away from retiring from the Florida administrative political position. But it says, she added that his family deserves time to heal and privacy. Our whole lives are shattered, the children and I, his friends and family, so many who adored this wonderful, kind, loving man who would do anything for anyone. We are all devastated. The whole world lost a great man, she wrote. The incident took place less than 2 miles away from Kozwanski's home. He leaves behind his wife and 2 children. Dennis McKee, speaking on behalf of the State Board of Administration, said he could not confirm that Kozwanski was the person killed in the road rage incident, but confirmed that he died Thursday, according to the Tallahassee Democrat. That's like saying your loved one died of pneumonia and not COVID. It's just like, I confirmed that he was shot in the head on Thursday, but just not necessarily by this guy driving a Prius.
No, all his...
And if he was an assassination.
Yeah, I love that. An assassination, something he completely started. At no point was it not his fault. At no point at any second of this interaction was this not completely his fault. There was no... The liberal driller, there was never a thing that the liberal driller did where it's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. He didn't even shoot first.
That's what makes him a master assassin, is that he knew that this guy was a big, dumb Republican. He knew that he had a history of road rage. He probably looked up his record, because remember, he got arrested for road rage. It's the exact same intersection before. So he's like, well, what if I go to this intersection where he is, and I'm driving a Prius, he will get into a thing with me. And then I can provoke him into drawing first, kill him, and get away scot-free. This guy, I think he might have been on the grassy knoll.
Yeah, this guy is fucking cold. He's like none of these guys they won't come for him, because all his friends that have guns are like, oh, it wasn't the liberal driller, actually. He actually, what happened was a Final Destination type thing happened, where a piano filled with AIDS needles fell on him. Just freak accident. He didn't start shit and then immediately get decapitated. But like, if they start getting brave, he's gonna be like Pooh Shiesty. He's gonna say, "Pussy dropped that song about me, get found without a dick."
Well, I mean, Matt, your theory that it's an assassination, just going on in the article, it says here, he was a quiet fellow, McKee said. Everything in his world was about his family. Previously, Kozwanski pleaded no contest to assault and disorderly conduct charges in a 2014 related to a separate road rage incident at the same intersection. According to the probable cause affidavit for that case, deputies were dispatched after a driver called to report another driver had pointed a small black color handgun with a mounted laser at him while stopped next to him at the intersection of Thomasville Road and Bannerman Road. Law enforcement found Kozwanski still inside the vehicle, matching the description from the caller when they responded to that 2014 incident. A deputy verified that Kozwanski had a weapon matching the caller's description and arrested him on the scene. He was later sentenced to probation, which was completed in 2018. Kozwanski, 52, graduated from Florida State University in 1992 with a degree in political science. His career in Tallahassee included working for former Senator Debbie Sanderson's chief of staff, a communications director of the Department of Managerial Services, and more than 11 years with the State Board of Administration. The final tweet on his Twitter account, an announcement that he had entered an online raffle for a firearm worth $5,000, was posted December 9th, 2021. And this is called the Win the Luago Arms Alien Pistol.
Oh my! This fucking dummy. This is guys like this are what gun executives, why they're able to buy boats. He's because in his heart he knows he sucks, but he's like, oh, if I get the laser sight, if I get the extendo mag, I won't get drilled by a liberal driller. Nope. This is just. I guarantee the liberal driller just had like a Glock that he took care of. Where he's like, I just got to take care of it so it doesn't jam. But it'll be like, it's like my Prius. Easy to replace parts. I just got to look after it, and it will look after me.
It's had a silencer on it, also like a Prius. It kills people without you knowing who's coming.
Yeah, he has a hybrid one that he oils with like ethanol. He's like, yeah, oil my Glock with ethanol. Shout out Tom Vilsack.
I'm just imagining, that corner of Thomasville and Bannerman Road, whenever, as George Carlin said, whenever anyone dies in America, there's always some street corner with like teddy bears and flowers piled up on it. A liberal driller, his whole squad's gonna come back and go live on Instagram of them pissing on the fucking teddy bear.
yeah. There's gonna be all this stupid conservative shit The successor racist coffee company, they're gonna have a bag of that coffee, like his favorite gun, all this shit. They're gonna piss on it, shoot on it. No one's gonna do anything. Liberal drillers gang, I think they should be called Wellstone Block or something. That would be cool. I don't no one gives a shit about a liberal guy who was in the Air Force. No one cares. No one cares that you were jerking off on Dexies in a plane above Afghanistan. You didn't do anything. No one actually cares. Veterans, it's another one of the million things in America that I bet polls high, but in reality, no one cares. Get a guy who actually walked up on someone like this guy.
Well, I mean, he didn't even walk up on somebody. He was defending his life. I mean, like,
I know, yeah. Who did it? I mean, but like point blank, you know?
Yeah.
Just fucking.
Yeah, who didn't like dodge IEDs from Afghans or something and then have to get helicoptered out in defeat and shame? Somebody who killed one of your political enemies.
Yeah.
Like there's one fewer. Hey, Democrats, there's one fewer Republican, thanks to me.
Yeah, he actually did so. Like every war hero story in America is like, it was really scary. My special laser that I could point at anyone and make them die didn't work, and I had to get $3 billion worth of aircraft to rescue me because suddenly I was in a regular gunfight. And what did you accomplish? We left Afghanistan. What did this guy accomplish? Well, there's like one less guy going to the school board meeting.
Yeah,
I would give anything to know if there was a coexist bumper sticker on the Prius. This guy, the liberal drill gang drives.
Oh my god, yeah. I know one guy who's not coexisting anymore.
Well, I mean, if you want to coexist, you have to do so peacefully. Yeah. And, you know, once you cross that line, all bets are off. There's no more coexistence.
No more. Dude, there's no MAGA hat symbol on the coexist bumper sticker.
But you know what, like, I mean, I think like this story can like broadly. I mean, I know this guy did the exact same thing in 2014, but I think this story can be broadly filed under our feral files because road rage incidents have gone up. And like, can you imagine? I mean, like, look, being in traffic sucks. Like, I often fantasize about killing a third of the planet's population when I'm stuck in traffic. But I cannot imagine ramming someone else's car with my own, pulling a gun on someone because they're not driving fast enough. I mean, I understand. I understand imagining
totally
it.
Alien behavior.
I understand imagining it. I understand, like in you know, a moment of anger or just a way to relieve stress. You're just like, if I had a gun, I would shoot this person in front of me. But this asshole has done it multiple times, and this time was just not the one. It was not the one for John.
He picked the wrong
Kozlowski.
libtard.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like the liberal or not, like everyone in Florida, if you're driving if you have a car, you need to have a gun in the car.
Oh yeah, no. Florida is the state where they have told you most explicitly, we are all on our own. You're all on your own. But be fucking, you know, don't call 911 like it says on the bumper sticker. You got your castle doctrine. They're right now. They're in the middle in Florida. It's passed its first committee in the legislature to pass a bill that would allow any business to nullify any law that they could argue impacted their profits.
Yes. I've seen this
and also to undermine any further regulations on building codes and construction.
Not just that, it says here a Florida bill that would allow any business to veto and block local ordinances from going into effect if it impacts their profits. Just passed its first committee. Now, senators are discussing a bill that would limit liability of construction companies for construction defects. And I don't know, do you guys remember, it wasn't that long ago that old person condo just collapsed and killed like dozens of elderly people? Because of its, you know, shoddy cut rate construction job done by the people who own the building.
It was made out of Legos. Yeah.
It would have been more stable if it was made out of Legos. You kidding me? Those bricks fit together.
Yeah, those at least follow some EU safety regulations. Those are the only old people DeSantis saved from COVID. Them dying.
Well, that's the other thing. They are the lab also for no interventions against COVID, which, you know, hey, who knows at this point. But that's where you want to go if you want to live the real American dream of unfettered freedom. It's Florida. And that means strapping up.
Yeah.
You better strap.
But you better be prepared for the consequences.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just like after he beat his boss, I mean, he didn't even really have to. He just like went to the police station and they're like, "Oh, we've seen you before. Like we can't get this guy in anything. He's too good. He like waits till some asshole in a truck or a BMW rams him and he just blows them down." He went to a bullshit restaurant that only serves meals in bowls. The new liberal craze. he took like he was off the melatonin, the liberal perk 30, double gripping like Australian Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah.
Remember? I mean, I don't know if you guys remember. Like when I was a kid, the joke was everyone said BMW stood for break my window because the people who drove them were assholes. I think now it should be called BMW should stand for bereave my wife. Well, there we go. That's that's just the liberal drill team. They're spinning the block in Florida. You'll run up on them. Just test it out.
Yeah.
See what happens. See what happens next time you run up on a Prius in Florida.
Liberals don't want to win the governorship there or anything. Like they don't. It just like they just want like DeSantis to be in there, and so they could keep sending emails that are like, Did you know that DeSantis just like passed a law saying that parents in the booster club can date students in high schools or whatever, and fundraise off that? But if they did, Nikki Fried, Charlie Crist, gone. This guy's running against it. Because, like, what could DeSantis would be like, yeah, this guy's a soy pussy, blah, blah, blah. But if his entire campaign is like, I send chuds to the morgue.
Yep.
You know, like, what are you going to do?